Everyone thought he's done. He took a year off, came back even better.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So guys, channel membership is now live. Link is in the description and the first comment. Do check it out. That would really help support the channel. So let's start this video with the Arnold Classic Brazil champion, Goodvito. So I guess his coach Chris Zito, he has given him a few days to enjoy and take some time off and let his body recover a little bit before it is crunch time again for this upcoming mighty Pittsburgh Pro. So do not let these few cheat meals make you think or make you believe that Goodvito is backing out of this big challenge ahead of him, which is standing on the same stage as some of the biggest names in the men's open right now, against some of the top Olympians, including a former Mr Olympia and the reigning Arnold champion, Derek Lansford. So I am sure Goodvito is gonna be in the mix, and he will make a case for him for having the best set of wheels even in this kind of lineup. So did Chris Zito and Goodvito, they went all out for the Arnold Brazil, or did these guys leave some cushion for the Pittsburgh Pro? And the reason I'm saying that is because everybody knew that Goodvito is gonna win in Brazil anyway. So last year, when Goodvito did the Arnold Brazil and Detroit Pro, he got better from one show to the next one. And that is exactly what both Goodvito and his coach, Chris Zito, would be hoping to do. And that is something we are all hoping to see from Goodvito at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro in 4.5 weeks time. So there is gonna be literally zero pressure on Goodvito this time because he has already qualified for the Olympia this year. So nobody expects him to win this show or even place top 2 in that show. But if he gets in that first call out, which many of us believe he will, then he's gonna get this great comparison with all of these top guys, amazing guys, some of the biggest names in the men's open, and from Pittsburgh to the Olympia. Goodvito will have another off season, and that too a good one, to make some improvements and to work on all those weak points, because all that data that he will get from all of these comparisons, that can be a game changer for him, maybe as soon as this year's Mr Olympia. Next up, we have an update from Terence Ruffin. So the last time we spoke about him and the feedback he received from Jim Mannion, that was to make improvements in the legs department. And that was a bit confusing because Terence's legs, they are some of the best in the game. So now we have some more clarification on that comment, as Terrell Mannion was referring to Terence's quads from the side, especially his hamstrings. Now that makes a lot more sense. So Terence is conditioning for 6 weeks out from this year's Pittsburgh Pro, his comeback show. That looks so damn insane. The hamstrings are coming in so nicely and they're looking very ripped. The triceps are already feathered up, as you guys can see. And the waistline, that is already looking the smallest it has ever looked. And it isn't like Terence shrunk his waistline. He just got bigger everywhere else. And that resulted in having a better X-frame and more V-taper, and his aesthetics being pronounced even more. So Terence's 1-year transformation, that is a perfect example that in order to evolve with the sport, you have to take some time off. And this is the second time in Terence's Classic Physique Pro career he took the whole year off. So the last time he did that was back in 2019. And when he came back, he beat a former Classic Physique Olympia champion, Breon Ansley. He went from 9th all the way to 2nd place behind Chris Bumstead. And this year, Terence's ceiling, that is looking to be even higher because his physique, that has become so damn complete now. Now Terence's training style and how he utilizes those very slow and very controlled movements, even while working with cables, that at many times is another great point of discussion because he has made some great progress over the years using this principle, because there is a large percentage in the industry who believe that the old school methods, they were better. But Terence on the other hand is making all these new methods work very well for him. Guys, we have a limited time offer. If you buy any flavor of Bloodshot, you are gonna get a free Dying Breed t-shirt. The discount code is on the screen right now and use the code FAZI10 to get 10% extra discount. Next up, we have an update from Regan Grimes, 5.5 weeks out of this year's New York Pro, which is also his comeback show after more than 1 year. So this is the picture which justifies some of the legends like Jay Cutler and Samir Benoot making those very bold statements in regards to Regan Grimes that he can be Mr Olympia very soon if he just focuses 100% on being a bodybuilder and nothing else altogether. So a legend like Samir Benoot making this comment Under this picture of Regan, that must be a huge motivating factor for Regan. But let's just not get ahead of ourselves, because everyone looks awesome and great on IG and the reels. The competition is when you get compared on the stage with some of the biggest freaks of nature and some of the most aesthetic guys in the game. And even though Nick Walker, he isn't confirmed for this upcoming New York Pro, the circumstances are turning out to be in a way, especially after Derek deciding to do this year's Pittsburgh Pro, that Nick Walker will have no choice but to go for the New York Pro to earn his Olympia spot. And Regan Grimes, he will have a chance to battle it out with one of the biggest names in the game. And as per Regan's own words, he's gonna beat Nick Walker at this year's New York Pro. Now this is probably one of the best shoulder to waist ratio on an open IFBB Pro right now. And Regan has always been among those very tall, very aesthetic bodybuilders. He just never was big enough to go toe-to-toe with the biggest guys in the game. For instance, guys like Samson Dauda, Andrew Jacked, or maybe even Michael Crizo. But this time the man is looking very round and very bubbly, and the waistline looks super small. And the two things that are gonna determine how Regan is gonna do this year, they're his quads. As his quads from the front, they needed more sweep, and his chest, which always flattens out when he darts down, especially when he gets ready to step on the stage. So hopefully this time, that won't be the case, and him and Stefan, they're gonna find a solution to fix that. So the biggest and the youngest new star of the 212 class, Nihat Kaya, made it official that he's going back to Dubai Pro this year to fight for his first pro win and also his Olympia qualification. And definitely why not? There is 40k prize money at that show for the 212 winner, which is the highest prize money for this particular division in any show other than the Olympia. The muscularity and the roundness on this guy, just at the age of 22, that just doesn't make any sense. And the fact that he's just getting started, that is just nuts. So his muscularity is gonna shine more and more as he gets closer to the competition. So Nihat Kaya made his IFBB Pro debut last year in that same show Dubai Pro against multiple top Olympians, most noticeably Angel Calderon, who has been as high as top 2 at the Olympia, and he was top 3 last year. And structurally speaking, Nihat Kaya was better than Angel, but he did not have the density and the muscle mass of Angel. But the way his physique is looking right now, at 11 weeks out, he's gonna make a big statement at this year's Dubai Pro. And the way this guy has been progressing, very soon, there will be only one man standing between him and that 212 Olympia title. And that is of course Keon Pearson. So his 2 years transformation, that also has to be mentioned a lot, because this has to be one of the most impressive transformations, and not only of this time, but throughout the bodybuilding history. So his conditioning last year was also insane. And I believe this guy is on his way to the top. And we're gonna see that happen this year.
Hard to find someone who has been on the 40 years old mark. You know, everyone thought he's done. He took a year off, came back even better. That's humble, that's a good comeback. So yeah, big congratulations to him. And
very nice to see Andrew Jacked giving a shout out to Detroit Pro champion William Bonac for not only winning the show, but an argument can be made that this Detroit Pro physique of William Bonac, that was even better than his 2019 Miss Olympia physique, when William Bonac placed second behind Brandon Carey. Now that is also William Bonac's highest placing at the Olympia. So Bonac 100% deserves all the credit. And I believe he has earned the legendary status now. I mean, when was the last time we saw a bodybuilder who almost retired, and that happened a couple of years back? He comes back and he presents one of the best looks of his entire career. So maybe the Blade, Dexter Jackson, is the one and the only example who we can mention here who continue to get better in this age bracket. And it's not just William Bonac's physique, which is one of the best we have ever seen in the last 10 years or so. His statistics, they are also worth mentioning here. He's a 2 times Arnold Wire champion. From 2016 to 2021, William Bonac plays in the top 6. And even at the tail end of his career, he's placing top 7 in the world. So very nice to see William Bonac getting all that much deserved respect. So most of us think that it was a huge mistake by him skipping FIBO Germany this coming weekend and a chance to win 25k in the prize money. But now that Andrew Jacked is gonna be there, that seems like a wise move But that being said, he's gonna do the Pittsburgh Pro anyway, 5 weeks from now. But maybe him and his coach Stefan, they have a better explanation. So where do you guys rate William Bonac as a bodybuilder? If you have to rank him, looking at the other greats from the last 10 years or so. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.